Hi, welcome to CraneSide. My name is Tom Dessou, and today we are in Aston, Pennsylvania at the I&I Sling headquarters. Today we're going to talk a little bit about shackles, how to size them, the different types. Today we've got a number of different types on the rack behind us. We have synthetic sling shackles, we have screw pin anchor shackles, we have safety bolt shackles, wide body shackles. What we don't want to talk about today is round pin shackles, because it just has a cotter pin, so we're not actually going to be using those. So we'll leave that off to the side. One of the things that people get wrong when they figure out how to size a shackle is they say, hey, I need a 2-inch shackle. And what they're thinking about is something like this. But what they don't realize is shackles are sized a lot of times by the bow. So this is actually an 1 3/8 shackle that's good for 13.5 tons. Where this little shackle is only good for 1.5 tons. So it does make a difference on sizing. So depending on what shackle you use and what you're using with it, whether it be rope, synthetic slings, or wire rope slings, choosing the right shackle to go with it does make a difference. Screw pin shackles are one of the most commonly used shackles in everyday rigging. They are quick to connect and disconnect, which makes them great when the hardware is removed after each lift. But with that convenience comes responsibility. Screw pin shackles can back out if there's vibration or rotation during the lift. Always double check that the pin is fully engaged before use and avoid them in applications where rotation is likely. Per manufacturer instructions, you must seat the pin completely hand tight and do not back off. Yes, I know that after the lift you'll need to break the pin loose, but to use them correctly, you need to follow the manufacturer's instructions. When you get to larger shackles like 75 ton and above, safety bolt shackles might actually be an easier choice. Instead of trying to screw them in, you just have to slide the bolt and then tighten the nut. Safety bolt shackles offer a more secure connection for a permanent or long-term rigging setups. The bolt passes through the shackle and the eye, just like this, and then the nut goes on and then the cotter pin. It takes a little bit more time to set up, but the added security is worth it, especially if you're doing critical lifts with rotation or vibration. And again, with larger shackles, it can be easier connection method to simply drive the pin and then screw on the nut. Here's a common mistake. People say, hey, I need a 4-inch shackle for the job. Well, a 4-inch shackle typically is a 175-ton shackle. A 2.5-inch shackle is typically around 55 tons. Most shackles are sized by the diameter of the bow, not the pin. Your shackle must meet or exceed the load requirements of your lift. Always refer to the stamped working load limit, or WLL, and the manufacturer's specifications. By requirement, shackles must display the manufacturer's name or trademark, the working load limit, and the size of the shackle. Country of origin is not a requirement. Shackle orientation. If I'm going to be putting a shackle into a hook, I want to put the pin into the hook and have the pin up, like so. And the reason I do this is that I don't unscrew the pin. If I'm going to be using multiple legs or angular loading, this is how the shackle must be orientated. You cannot use the shackle like this in the hook unless it's only one sling. If you're going to be using multiple slings, you have to have the pin in the hook. So it's always a good idea just to always have the pin in the hook. You need to check with the manufacturer if the shackle you're using is capable of picking up from sideways or side loading your shackle. A lot of manufacturers do allow this, but it's a derating of 50% to do that. And you need to inspect your shackles after doing it. Side loading is allowed by most manufacturers, but you need to check before you do it. There are also different shackle designs that can help you avoid oversizing. Wide body shackles improve the D to D ratio. Wide mouth shackles provide more room between the ears. Sorry, that's a little bit heavy. Long reach shackles between the bow and the pin. And synthetic sling saver shackles are for synthetic slings. Always inspect your shackle before every use. Look for wear, corrosion, bent pins, or elongation in the bow. If the shackle shows any damage or excessive wear, remove it from service immediately. To sum up, know your shackle type. Size it correctly using the working load limit and the angle guidelines. Use the proper orientation and inspect your shackles before every lift. When used properly, shackles are simple, strong, and safe. Thank you for joining us, and if you have any questions, please visit slingmax.com. If you've enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.